She is the BDM for the New York and New Jersey area. She's been in travel for quite some time. She's based out of Hoboken, New Jersey. And like I said, she started previously in Liberty Travel. If any of you may have heard, it's a very popular travel company. Just been doing great for quite some time. So she'll probably share a little bit more about herself prior to starting her presentation. But let me introduce you and reintroduce to others Miss Michele Fitzpatrick, BDM for the New York, New Jersey market for the beautiful Palace Resort. Are you there, Michele?
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me, Kathy. I know we've done this before, and it's so great to get to connect with travel agents from all over. Like Kathy had mentioned, I am specifically in New York and New Jersey, the 5 boroughs of New York. So I see that you guys, some are from Nashville, some are from Texas, DC. We have a lot of different areas of the US representing. So I'm happy to connect you guys with your BDMs, but for the purposes of this presentation, I'm just going to go through all of our properties, and then at the end, there will be a slide that has your BDM information on there. So that should be super helpful for you guys. A little bit about me. Kathy had mentioned I worked at Liberty Travel prior to this. I worked also in educational travel for a while. So I've been in the industry. I've only been with Palace Resorts for, I want to say, 5-6 months now. So I moved over to this because I sold a lot of it, and I reached directly out to the president. I said, "Are you hiring?" It's properties that are near and dear to my heart. There are so many agent benefits and things that we can offer to you guys. So I'm happy to pass along that knowledge. And hopefully I can meet you all one day when we set up FAMs, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But let me see, Kathy, are we screen sharing? If I pull up my presentation, will you guys be able to see it on here?
Yes, I made you host. You just have to accept, and then you can share your screen.
Okay, let's see. How do I accept here? Can you see that or no?
No, not yet.
Do this. Share.
The share is at the bottom. Then
PowerPoint.
click on what you want to share, and then, yep, there it goes.
Yeah? Okay, yep. Cool. Sorry, tech is not my strong suit. But I will say, you guys did catch me at a better presentation. Last time I did this with Kathy, I had strep throat, and I was coughing throughout the whole thing. So this time I'm in much better shape. I think we'll have a good presentation here. I'm going to keep it pretty short. I'd like to keep it about a half hour. There are some things that I'll probably skim over a bit, specifically the weddings genre that we offer. If you do book a lot of weddings and are interested in learning more, I have a separate webinar that I really dive into groups and dive into weddings. And I would be happy at the end of the presentation to share my contact information so that I can include you in that. But for time purposes and for specific focus purposes, I just want to go over basically all of the Palace Resorts that we offer and what the main differences are amongst them, because they are all very different, but the brand features are very similar. So if you do write in the chat while I'm presenting, I will go back to the chat at the end and answer any questions that you pose there. So feel free to do that, or you can always email me at the end. So Palace Resorts is a 4-diamond award winner. We are pretty prestigious in the travel industry. If you probably heard of us, Moon Palace, LeBlanc. We've won a ton of Traveler's Choice Awards. Our LeBlanc properties are 5-diamond. We won 5 Travi Awards this year. So we are very well known in the industry. And there's a variety of reasons why we're kind of a cut above the rest. And I'll dive into that as we proceed with the presentation. But some brand features that we have at all of our properties that make us unique. We do have luxurious and spacious accommodations. In our rooms, we do have double whirlpool tubs. So that's with the exception of LeBlanc, which has clawfoot tubs, and then Moon Palace Jamaica, which was previously the Grand in Ocho Rios. We took it over, we refurbished it. It feels really brand new and fresh, but unfortunately we don't have the tubs in there. But just to give you some understanding of how large the rooms are, we have space for the tubs and then extra space for cartwheels if you want to do that. But they are really large. So We also include resort credit with any booking. So depending on how long your guest is staying, your client is staying, they will receive their resort credit. So I'll break down those parameters, but traditionally people travel from 5 to 8 days, and that falls within the 1,500 resort credit, and they can use it in a variety of different ways. So there's value there. Sometimes Palace Resorts will price a little bit higher, and it's really up to you guys, and really important that you do emphasize the value of the resort credit if you have a family who wants to go to the spa or golf or do excursions. So that's something that should not be neglected when discussing Palace. We also have a la carte gourmet dining, breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. We have a Michelin star chef. We definitely focus a lot on our food. And, I'll get a little bit more into the dining, but if you've ever been to a Palace before, people rave about it. So we're great for foodies. It's not like cookie cutter, all-inclusive, bland food. It definitely, each restaurant feels like you're dining in a New York City top-of-the-line restaurant. So it's a wonderful foodie experience. Top shelf liquors, cheap bath amenities, so that's shampoo, conditioner, body wash, also blow dryer and straightener, great for the ladies. We have world-class spa. So we have in Jamaica, we have the largest spa in all of Jamaica. Something that your BDM can help you with is if you have a client traveling with Palace, you can always request that we give them VIP wristbands based on occupancy. We'll be able to give your client that. And with that does come a complimentary hydrotherapy session. So it's about an hour long. And it walks them through the spa doing a variety of like plunge pools and steam rooms, saunas, ice rooms. So it's a really beautiful experience, and it's a great upgrade for your clients to make them feel special. They get a special wristband. So just reach out to your BDM if you do have clients going, and they can help you get that. We have the 27-hole Premier Jack Nicklaus Golf Course. So that's located on Moon Palace in CANCUN property. So that's Riviera Maya, actually. But pretty much any of the resorts can use this golf course and use their resort credit towards it. We also have golf villas there where you get your own golf cart. So if people are really, really into golf and that's their main focus, this would be a good avenue for them. We have daily and nightly entertainment. You definitely want to make sure that your clients are downloading the app. So Palace has an app and LeBlanc has an app. It's really important that they do this because they'll be able to see what's going on in real time at the property and throughout the whole week. So fitness classes, what show is going to be on that night. They can check out menus. They have maps. They can book their excursions. They could book their spa. Everything is located on the app, even room service. So it makes everything really easy and convenient and all in one place. Kind of a no-brainer nowadays, the complimentary Wi-Fi and unlimited local and long distance calls, and then taxes and gratuities are included as well. Certain areas, just while we're on this brand feature thing, so certain areas, so LeBlanc properties do get complimentary Escalade transfers. Isla Mujeres does get a boat transfer to Isla, and then Jamaica does have complimentary transfers as well. Otherwise, you book those transfers through either your tour operator or you can book it through us as well. But for the most part, we do include them. Moon Palace is only 10 minutes from the airport, so it's really not a big deal, but just something to note. So I kind of touched on the spa. We really put a lot of focus on them. They're beautiful, very relaxing. We offer a variety of treatments. The dining experience, I had mentioned before a little bit about how much attention we put into the dining experience, but just this page should give you a scope of how different all of our properties are. So Moon Palace Cancun has 25 restaurants and bars. The Grand, which is about half the size of Moon Palace, and it's actually part of Moon Palace, has 10 restaurants and 12 bars. And then Isla Mujeres Palace is only 1 restaurant and 2 bars. So we really have those mega properties. And then we also have really boutique properties as well. And as you'll see, Beach Palace, COZUMEL, Playa Car, Sun Palace, they fall in the middle. So depending on what your client is looking for, we can steer them in a direction of a property that would be a better fit. We really do have something for everyone. So as I mentioned, we focus on food. And so one of the ways that we do that is that we have a Michelin star chef. His name is Antonio Bashor. You probably have heard of him. but he creates the menus of our desserts and he trains our full staff. So our desserts are really a work of art, and it's just one small way that we can show the attention to detail that we put into this. So they're beautiful, they're delicious as well. Try to control yourself, it's hard, but we also partner with certified Angus beef. So this does make a lot of a difference. I mean, to me, I never really knew or cared when I first started going to Palace that it was certified Angus beef. I was like, what does that really matter? And then I went to our steakhouse and I got a burger by the pool, and I'm like, oh wait, that really does make all the difference. So if it just shows that we really put attention into our food and care. We fly our salmon from Alaska, we get our butter from Italy, our olive oil from France. It's kind of crazy the level of detail that they put into it. And we have our factory, we make our own bread, we make our own ice cream. So it's definitely a really important piece for us to really focus on the food. So just to get a better understanding of where Palace resorts are, most of them are in this cluster up here in the Cancun hotel zone. So that's LeBlanc Cancun, Beach Palace, Sun Palace, The Grand, Moon Palace Cancun, and Isla Mujeres Palace up here. Then we have Playa Car, COZUMEL, and then in Jamaica, Ocho Rios, and then West Coast Mexico, we have LeBlanc Los Cabos. So now to dive into the differentiators. So Moon Palace Cancun, this is going to be our largest property. As you can see, it's 2,130 guest rooms, 25 restaurants and bars. We have that golf course that I mentioned, the flow rider, nightlife options, daily and nightly entertainment. And as I said, it's 10 minutes from Cancun International Airport. So there's tons of things to do here for adults, for kids. There's a nightclub, there's, arcade activities. So it's a very energetic property and it's constantly bustling. And it's probably our most well-known property actually as well. So if you booked Palace, chances are you've booked Moon Palace before. So the Grand at Moon Palace, this is our newer resort within a resort. So the Grand can actually visit Moon Palace, but Moon Palace cannot visit the Grand. It's a higher level technically. So like I said, it's almost half the size, a little bit more than half the size, but it still offers 10 restaurants and 12 bars. So it's a bit more intimate, I would say, even though it is still a very large property. And our dining options here are really quite different. We have a Lebanese restaurant, we have a Brazilian steakhouse, we have a regular steakhouse, we have Peruvian food. So we have a lot of dining options, and we put a lot of effort into that at this property. And I think that it makes a large difference. If I were talking to people, I would probably send them a family. I'd probably send them to the Grand. Then they can use Moon Palace if they want. But the amenities that they get at the Grand are much greater. We have a full water park. It's probably about 7-8 slides. We have a wave pool. We have a lazy river. We have bumper cars, bowling, mini golf, 2 arcades. And this is all at the Grand. For adults, we have a day pool, which is Vegas style. And we have a nightclub. We have live music, martini bars. We're opening a speakeasy. So the opportunities are endless here. And like I said, there are shuttles between the two properties. And so they can always go over and visit Moon if they want. All of our properties actually do have exchange privileges. So this is something to note when we're going through, and you see a lot of them are in Cancun or Mexico, this one kind of cluster in Mexico. They're more than welcome to visit the other properties, and their wristbands will work there. Moon Palace Jamaica, this is located in Ocho Rios. It's a beautiful, beautiful resort. The stretch of beach there is stunning. It's kind of in a cove. Ocho Rios is about an hour and a half from the airport, so sometimes we get a little bit of pushback from that. But what I always tell my clients is that if they're looking to do activities like Dunn's River Falls or bobsledding, anything like that, that's 5 minutes from our property already. So if they want to do those things, then they won't have to do the transfer again. They bang it all out on their travel days, and then they can enjoy the property, go do the excursions. We have dolphins on property, a flow rider, non-motorized water sports, lots and lots and lots of activities here. And like I mentioned, we do have the largest spa in Jamaica. This is also a great property for groups. And the three that I mentioned previously, sorry to backtrack, Moon Palace, the Grand at Moon Palace, and Moon Palace Jamaica, anything with the name Moon in it is going to be family friendly. Beach Palace is another family friendly resort. We're back to Cancun Hotel Zone. This is for families who really prioritize beach. The beach here is stunning. There are a lot of activities as well, but less so than maybe the Grand. I mean, you're not going to find bumper cars and bowling here, but there will be a lot of family-oriented activities. The art that you're seeing in this main photo pulls down to show movies at night. So there are still, there's Playhouse, there's still a lot of things to do, but for people who very, very much prioritize adults lounging on the beach, this is where I would steer them while the kids can go enjoy their fun and games. COZUMEL, this is a smaller property. It's pretty known for its diving and snorkeling. COZUMEL is one of the largest reefs, the second largest reef in the world, I believe, second to Great Barrier. All of our rooms here are oceanfront, so that's a great feature. It's just a 45-minute ferry over from Playa del Carmen. We don't have a beach at COZUMEL, and that's pretty traditional. It's kind of steps down into the ocean. But there's a lot of activities to do here, and it's definitely geared towards diving and snorkeling kind of junkies. They can use their resort credit towards that. ISLA Mujeres Palace, this is our smallest boutique property. It's only 62 guest rooms, 1 restaurant, 2 bars. The restaurant menu shifts every single night, so they're getting something different every night. But it's a more quiet and intimate experience, I would say. It's couples only, so what that means is that first off, over 18, but secondly, the bedding structure is king-size beds only. And as I mentioned, we do have complimentary sea transportation. So they would have to make their way to the dock, the ferry dock. So you can book that transfer through us or through your tour operator. But once they're at the dock, we do have our own boat that takes them directly to our Isla Mujeres Palace dock. So it's door to door, which is really nice. Once after a long day of traveling, you just want to be delivered right to the entrance of your resort. Playa Car, this property is absolutely stunning. It really speaks for itself. It's on 5th Avenue, so really close to all those activities. The beach is stunning. It's right by the ferry port. So if you want to use those exchange privileges like I mentioned, and you want to hop over to COZUMEL for the day, this is a really easy opportunity for you to do 2 properties in one day because they're both very close to the ferry port. It is newly renovated. It was actually built as a LeBlanc, so you'll see some of the structuring to be the same, that really white, open, infinity pool, serene kind of environment. So it's a great property. It's not adults only, actually, but it definitely has a more adults only feel than any of the Moon or Beach Palace. It offers a little bit less for kids to do. And so I wouldn't deter families from going here, but I also wouldn't deter people who are looking for maybe a more adult oriented trip as well. So it kind of fits for everyone. Sun Palace, again, this is a couples only property. So, king size king rooming structure. It's located in the CANCUN Hotel Zone. So the beach here is absolutely stunning, and 99% of our rooms here are oceanfront because it's in a U shape. So it really allows beautiful views from every single room. Something to note is that we are closing this property from June through December. So it's going to be closed for renovations. If you have been keeping tabs on Palace updates, we recently closed and then reopened LeBlanc. We did some renovations on that most recently. Right before that, we did Playa Car. Right before that, we did Isla. So we're just filtering through our properties just to spruce everything up and keep it really fresh and up to date. So Sun Palace is the next one in line. After that is Beach, and then we'll probably swing back around and do them all over again. So we just try to keep everything as up to date as possible. So this is next. Just keep that in mind if you're booking your clients. Now we're on to the LeBlanc property. So some brand differentiators between this and our Palace brand. All of these properties are going to be AAA 5 Diamond Award winners. We have full butler service, so every single room has their own butler. It is adults only, so not couples only. It has double beds and king beds. But in general, this is it's a very serene property. It's a lot of spa focus, a lot of health and wellness activities. You can have a personal trainer for free. There's constantly activities going on. We have an activity pool, and then we have a regular pool. We just opened up a wellness cafe as well. And then we also opened a coffee and creperie if you want to go the other direction. But it's a very luxurious experience, and you and your clients will feel pampered here. LeBlanc Los Cabos is our new baby. It's only about a year old. Similar to LeBlanc in Cancun, it's full butler service, adults only. It's a little bit larger, 8 restaurants and 6 bars. But this property is stunning. It's in the hotel corridor. So it's between San Jose and Los Cabos. So it's not a swimmable beach. It shares the same beach as Gran Villa. So it's next door to us. So it's not swimmable, but it's beautiful. We do have the infinity pools, and we do have loungers still set up on the beach, but that's just something to set expectations with your clients if they are planning on a beach vacay. But this property is really, really, I was just here, and I'm going back on Friday for my sister's 30th birthday. So if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for her clients. I really love this. And we are really doing a lot of FAMs here right now. So if you are interested in ever doing a FAM to any of our properties, not just this LeBlanc, reach out to me or your BDM at the end of the presentation, and we'll keep you priority for when we do release those. So the resort credit, I mentioned it earlier, it's based on your amount of nights that you're staying. So 3 nights, you get 500 resort credit. 4 nights, you get 750. 5 to 8, it's 1,500, so on and so forth. Some ways that you can use it. Golf, you can actually do unlimited golf if you want to trade in your resort credit for unlimited golf. You're more than welcome to do that. Although you can just use your regular resort credit towards a round or whatever you want to do. Swimming with the dolphins, scuba diving, Chichen Itza pyramids. You can do photography, you can do spa, Tulum. Lots of different varieties depending on where your clients will be headed. The only limitations that we do have are spa and photography. So depending on the number of nights, so for example, the 5 to 8 nights, which is the sweet spot, it's the 1,500. The limit for spa is $500. So it doesn't come in the form of coupons like you may be familiar with, like a Malia potentially. So Malia gives you like $40 towards off a spa treatment. That's not the way that we work. You can do any spa treatment, 1, 2, 3 spa treatments. Once it gets over 500, you're expected to pay the difference. So something to keep in mind with all resort credit though, is that they are required to pay 16% taxes on whatever resort credit that they use. So if they use all 1,500 of that, it should come out to about $225 for all of the excursions, all of the spa photography that they use it on. And photography maxes at $250 no matter what level they have. Out of all of our properties, kids and teens do stay free. So anyone under 17 is free, which is great. There's a ton of things for them to do. The kids absolutely love it. You'll have to yank those teens out of the arcade. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. But it's a great property for at least Moon Palace and the Grand. All of those properties are ideal for families. I mentioned this earlier, exchange privileges. So you play at one, you stay at one, you can play at all. I'm going to breeze through the weddings as I mentioned earlier, just because I do a separate presentation on this, and in the just in the time parameters, I'd like to keep it kind of short. But obviously we know destination weddings, they end up being much more cost beneficial for your clients. There's so many benefits, less stressful, more fun for the bride and groom and the wedding party as well. So obviously we have amazing locations. They can do it at any of our properties. And then all of the things that I mentioned before are things that all of the clients will be getting. So they'll get the resort credit, they'll get the bath amenities. Also, we do have religious and a variety of different religious and cultural offerings. So we have a Catholic church. We specialize in Indian weddings, so we have an Indian chef. We can do vow renewals, lots of options for everyone. Some of the benefits is that you will be getting complimentary time for a private event based on how many room nights your bride and groom book. I've touched on the resort credit. They do get, you guys do also get, do I have that in here? You guys do get 15% gratuity on any wedding extras. So if the bride and groom want twinkle lights and special linens and all of those things, you get your regular commission percentage. And then on top of that, all of those extras are 15% gratuity, or I'm sorry, commission paid towards you. And you don't have to do any of the work on that. Our bridal consultation team does all of the work and you just get the paycheck, which is great. Antonio Bashore designs all of our cakes and pastries. You will have a bridal consultation team. So as travel agents, we don't want to be part of any of that process. I know that. And we have other people who kind of handle the hopes and dreams of the bride and groom to make sure that their day is brought to life. So now to the fun stuff, the benefits for you guys. So it's really important at the end of this presentation that you go to palaceproagents.com and create an account for yourself. Because once you book, so say you're booking through Vacation Express, you still get the commission through them, but you're missing out on the agent benefits that Palace gives. So we do give complimentary nights, and we also give additional cash as well. So what you would want to do is go book through whoever your tour operator is, go onto our Palace Pro Agents site and register that booking. So you want to put last name, first name, dates of travel, the confirmation number, and then that's all you have to do. And once they travel, you will see in your bank, oh, you know what, you earned one complimentary night and you earned $75, and that will be coming into you in the mail, and that gets sent to you. The complimentary nights expire after 1 year, so you just have to book your trip before that expires. If you do decide to book direct, just know that this is an option for you. We have a really great direct booking support system. The base levels, if you are just coming in, if you never booked Palace before, you make 17% commission. Once you hit silver, so that's, I want to say after 30 or 40 room nights, you're 20%, gold is 21%, platinum is 23, emerald is 25, and you'll see the ticker move. We have like a little kind of room night ticker on palaceproagents.com, and you can see how many room nights you have until your next level. This is what the Palace Pro Agent site kind of looks like. You can book everything direct right through here online, or you can call this number in the top right-hand corner. Now, if you are booking through your tour operator and you just want to register your booking, you go to this tab here, your account, and then you can register your booking through that way. If you're looking to cash in some of your complimentary nights, or you're looking for travel agent rates or FAMs or anything like that, go into this benefits tab here, and that will be able to help you. So the ready, sell, stay, this is the comp nights. So you sell one room at any Palace resort and you earn one night at any Palace resort. LeBlanc, it's a little bit different because it is our 5 diamond. So here you have to sell 2 rooms at a LeBlanc property to earn one night at a LeBlanc property. For the cash, right now you book 3 to 4 nights and you earn $50. You book 5 to 6 nights, you earn $75. You book 7+ nights, you earn $100, and that will come in a credit card to you. Once you have the credit card, keep it, because when people travel, we'll just reload that with new cash. Just something before I give you all of the contact information for your BDMs, I just want to let you guys know we are opening up a new property as well, and that's going to be in Punta Cana. So it's going to be a Moon Palace. So the Moon Palace brand is obviously family friendly. As you've noticed, they're a bit larger. So I don't know the exact number of rooms, but it will be about 21 restaurants and bars. So it's going to be really big. And something really exciting is that we actually are the first high-rise to build in Punta Cana. So we're going to be 18 stories, which means that we'll have 65% of the rooms will be oceanfront. which is unheard of and absolutely amazing. We're so excited. It will be opening sometime late 2020. So keep an eye out for that. But it should be pretty groundbreaking for the Punta Cana market. So yeah, so I will update you guys. We'll have a ton of FAMs going there come 2020. Also, so here is the breakdown. This is a little bit outdated. This was made maybe 3 months ago, and we just added maybe 4 or 5 more BDMs. So this, if you do not see your BDM on this list, please let me know, and I can put you in contact with them if we have hired. But as I see, some of you guys were Texas, so that's here. So take a look at this page, maybe screenshot it really quickly so that you have the contact. And if you don't know who it is, here's my contact, M. Fitzgerald at Palace Pro Agent at palaceresorts.com, and I can help you out. Now let me see. I know we had a few questions here, so let me just see if I can figure this out. Here we go. Chat. Okay. Okay. Kathy, loving Palace, love it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, your anniversary. So if you have something for an anniversary getaway, make sure that you either email me or email your BDM. We can always put in a request for a complimentary room upgrade based on occupancy, or like I said, those VIP wristbands, especially because it's a anniversary. I think we do have some anniversary amenities that we can put in the room as well. So just reach out to us and we can absolutely help you with that. You guys should definitely come on FAMs. If we book directly through the Palace site, is there an option for payment plans? Yes, there is an option for payment plans. So when you go through it, we'll prompt you on how to do that. I'm not the BDM for Connecticut. Who is the BDM for Connecticut? I don't think we've hired that yet. Oh, you know what? I do know who it is. Let me see. Let me press on this really quick. I want to say it's the same one as who's for Boston. I think it's Susan Solomon. So SOLOMON at palaceresorts.com. I'm almost positive it's her. If I can double check on that, so just send me an email individually and I can just confirm that it is her. And if it's not, I can put you in contact with who you want to be. The BDM for Pennsylvania is a bit challenging right now. We're dividing Pennsylvania into 2 separate regions depending on where you live in Pennsylvania. So we have the Philly area one, but we're hiring one for like Pittsburgh area. So if you just send me, Cheryl, where you're from, I can try to figure out who your contact would be. Will it run a hard credit check when you set up for payment arrangements? No, it shouldn't. I've never run into any issues with credit checks for payment arrangements. But you can always, if you're running into like a credit situation, you can always call our direct line. They might be more helpful if you're having an issue than doing it online. They can really walk you through that. I have a group request for Jamaica, and she definitely talked about the distance from the airport to Ocho Rios. I'll have to share all the excursion options and resort credit. Absolutely. I think talking about they're going to want to do Dunn's Rivers. They're going to want to do bobsled, at least one of the 2. And I think, you know, those being so close, it would take a full day out of their vacation to travel from, if they're staying in Montego Bay, and then back, and that kind of ruins the experience. Better just bang it out of the way. We also do have the dolphins on property, which is a fun thing, and that's included in the resort credit. So that's another kind of selling point there. The BDM, and you know what, Dana, if you need some other resources for how to talk about Moon Palace Jamaica, please feel free to reach out to me and I can have a one-on-one phone conversation with you about how to build the value of actually going to Ocho Rios. The BDM for Chicago is Laura Rosenhauser. I don't know how to pronounce that, but her contact is right here. LROSENHAUER at palaceresorts.com. Okie dokie. I hope that I was able to answer everyone's questions, but you guys do have my contact. So if there's something that you thought of that you feel like I wasn't able to answer, please feel free to reach out. I'm always available. Even if I'm not your BDM, I'm here to support you guys. All right? Great. Well, Kathy, thank you so much for inviting me again. I'm really, really happy to share my palace knowledge with you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon at one of our properties.
Yes, thank you so much, Michele. Absolutely amazing. I told you, family, look, when it comes to promoting the Caribbean, what I love about Palace is they give so much to agents, right? Definitely, they give a lot of incentives. Not only do they pay amazing commission percentages, right? But you can get additional cash and book a night and you get a night. You know, everyone doesn't do that. So that's fabulous. You know, you book a 5-night vacation and you got 5 nights. And so that's your vacation, right? So definitely get on board, promote Palace to your clients, get so much, you know, advantages and, you know, benefits and incentives as an agent, and definitely you giving your clients a quality resort with so many beautiful amenities and absolutely amazing. And definitely reach out to Michele for your destination weddings, because destination weddings is huge. So pump that out on your travel pages, or, you know, when you send out promotions or email blasts, and let them know about that. She'll definitely, like she said, share with you destination information as well, right? So definitely get on board. I hope you screenshot the BDMs. Go out there and have an amazing time, travel agents. I love the travel life. Make that money and make your clients' dreams come true and create memories for them to last a lifetime. Again, I'm your gold consultant, Kathy Brown Muhammad, out of New Jersey. Thank you so much, family. You have any questions or need assistance, reach out to me at any time. I'll be happy to help. Thank you. Have an amazing night. God bless. Be fabulous. Much success. Peace.